Young Maasai warriors, or as I like to call them, the future tribal superheroes known as Morans, must endure a circumcision ceremony while keeping a poker face. You wouldn't want to play cards with these guys. It's a sacred event, as old as the hills themselves, passed down from one generation to the next. The Morans are seen as the future landlords of their community, and boy, what a responsibility that is. This ceremony is their initiation on the express train from Kiddyville to Mantown. It's performed in broad daylight under the watchful eyes of the tribe's elders. These aren't your average spectators. They are the warriors of yesteryears who've walked a mile in these Moran's shoes, or rather sandals. They scrutinize every flinch, every breath, every blink. It's the equivalent of the Maasai Olympics, testing resilience, patience, and courage. Each Moran must face this daunting task with the grace of a ballet dancer and the dignity of a king. Cry? No way. This procedure is a cocktail of mind over matter. It's like lifting a mountain with your mind while doing push-ups with your body. It's the Maasai version of multitasking, testing not just their physical stamina, but their mental resolve too. This ceremony is not just about the act itself. It's like an iceberg. The real weight lies beneath the surface. It's a love letter to the Maasai's belief in courage and stoicism. For them, it's more than just a tradition. It's Tuesday. No modern gadgets, no anesthesia, just good old-fashioned grit. They take the pain and grin like they've just heard the funniest joke, personifying the values and traditions of their forefathers. Remember, they say that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Well, this process is the Maasai's masterclass. And remember, no anesthesia is involved. Talk about a tough crowd. Young men eager to prove their mettle run across the backs of bulls. So this isn't some wild frat initiation. It's a tradition as old as that one pair of socks everyone pretends they don't own. It's a rite of passage, a test of endurance, and a great way to get your cardio in for the day. There they stand at the edge of the field, hearts pounding like a drummer who forgot the band broke up. The crowd roars in anticipation, the air so thick with dust and adrenaline you'd think a barista got carried away with the espresso machine. Before them, a row of bulls snort and paw at the ground, muscles rippling under the unforgiving sun. The heat is so intense you'd wish for an ice cream truck to show up. Yet the young lads do not flinch. They know what's coming. A race that's less of a track sprint and more of an American Ninja Warrior episode. This isn't your regular day at the races. This is a display of speed, agility, and an absolute disregard for the advice, never play leapfrog with a unicorn. The bulls are not pets. They are wild, untamed animals, their spirits as fiery as my uncle's chili. Sidestepping across their backs is to dance with danger, and probably the only time when grabbing the bull by the horns will get you trampled rather than applauded. Like a popcorn machine gone rogue, the bulls burst forth in a cloud of dust and fury. The young men, undeterred, launch themselves onto the backs of these boisterous bovines. One slip, one moment of oops, and they could be the next viral internet sensation. But they don't falter, they don't hesitate, they run. They run with such determination that even a snail would be impressed. They run with the spirit of their ancestors, who clearly didn't believe in the concept of a leisurely jog. They run not just with their feet, but with their hearts and souls, probably trying to outrun their mother's "I told you so" And they don't just run once. Oh no, they run across the backs of bulls 4 separate times, each run more treacherous than trying to explain your internet search history. It's a display of courage and determination that surely gives new meaning to the phrase, no pain, no gain. The crowd roars their approval, their cheers echoing across the plains like a wayward yodeler. You heard right, folks. These gents literally run across the backs of bulls, not once, but 4 times. Who said men can't multitask? Imagine this. Young women are getting ready to strut their stuff in the Sharo Festival, a melting pot of beauty, culture, and cooking. Yes, you heard it right, folks. It's not just any show. It's Miss World meets Master Chef, but with a dash of cultural spice that'll make you say, well, butter my biscuits and call me charmed. Now, let me spill the tea here. The beauty contest is not all about having a pretty face. It's like peeling an onion. You've got to dig deeper beyond the makeup and the shimmering gowns. We're talking about grace, courage, intelligence, resilience, and the ability to hold a pose while balancing a book on your head, all in one package. That's beauty for you in their culture. If looks could kill, these ladies would be lethal. The contestants dress up painting a flamboyant canvas of colors and intricate designs, each one telling a tale of their heritage. Their faces gleam with pride, and not to mention a few layers of highlighter, all of them hoping to be crowned the queen, or as we like to say, the belle of the ball. While we're on the edge of our seats, another competition is stewing, quite literally. The cooking contest is simmering up an atmosphere so aromatic that even your grandma's secret recipe would feel threatened. The dishes these women cook are not just about tickling your taste buds. They're about showcasing the cook's prowess, creativity, and understanding of their culture's culinary arts. It's like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, but without the constant swearing. The competition is so fierce, you'd think the food is fighting for its own survival. In this dazzling dance of beauty and culinary expertise, the women are not just participants, they become ambassadors of their culture, putting their best foot forward, or rather their best dish forward. They aim to impress, inspire, and educate, making every moment a chance to serve both culture and a delicious meal. As they say, the quickest way to a person's heart is through their stomach. So buckle up, folks, because this festival serves up a feast for both your eyes and your stomach. In the heart of Africa, where the sun kisses the savannah, there exists an indigenous tribe known as the Bagisu. This tribe, so steeped in cultural heritage, they probably bleed tradition. They initiate their youth into adulthood through a ceremony so public it could outshine Broadway. The young men from the Bagisu tribe, their faces as fresh as morning dew, are circumcised in a public ceremony, a rite of passage that turns boys into men faster than a microwave meal. This ceremony is not just a physical transformation, but it's also a brave leap into the pool of spiritual and emotional growth without the safety of water wings. The day of the ceremony is an event of grandeur, filled with joyous chants and drum beats that give your favorite rock band a run for its money. The air is ripe with excitement and energy so palpable you could almost bottle it up and sell it as eau de cérémonie. The elders, their faces a roadmap of wisdom, nostalgic teardrop memories. The women, cloaked in attire so vibrant it could make a rainbow feel underdressed, cheer on with voices that harmonize better than a well-tuned choir. The young men, barely crossing the the threshold of adolescence, step forward. This is their moment, their 15 minutes of fame, only without the film crew. They're about to perform a traditional Bagisu dance, a dance that encapsulates their journey, their struggles, a dance that's been passed down through generations, much like that really nice piece of family jewelry everyone fights over. And so they dance in front of an eager crowd, naked, but for their dignity and a brimming cup of courage. They dance, each sway, each leap, holding a story that's more gripping than the season finale of your favorite TV show. And trust me, it's a story of honor, bravery, and determination that could put to shame any war movie. They dance, their bodies swaying to the rhythm of their ancestors, their hearts pounding in sync with the drums. A sight so captivating, it could make a peacock blush. As the last dance move is performed, the circumcision begins, forever branding them as Bagisu men. You could say they went from boys to men faster than a speeding bullet, all while being the stars of their own reality show. Transitioning is a lot like trying to bake a cake in an unpredictable oven. It takes courage, endurance, and a deep understanding of cultural traditions. A transformation of this size is not for the faint-hearted. It's a voyage into unknown lands, sort of like going to the supermarket without a shopping list. This metamorphosis requires a heart loaded with determination and the will to persevere. The courage required here is not the roaring lion in the jungle kind. It's more of the stubborn mule who won't budge type. It's that quiet yet relentless fight, like wrestling to open a jar of pickles. It's the courage that lets you stand tall, even when your knees are shaking like jelly in a windstorm. Endurance, too, is a crucial ingredient in this recipe of transition. It is not just about physical stamina. We're not running marathons here, but about emotional and mental resilience. The ability to withstand pressure, stay the course when the path becomes as rocky as grandma's homemade cookies and the destination seems further away than the end of a Monday. To endure is to survive, and survival is the essence of transition. As they say, what doesn't kill you gives you a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms and a dark sense of humor. Moreover, understanding cultural traditions in this process is like trying to decipher the rules of cricket. It's as crucial as courage and endurance. Culture is a complex quilt of norms, values, beliefs, and practices that have been passed down, much like your grandma's special meatloaf recipe. Inherent in every tradition is a treasure of knowledge, a sense of identity, and a profound respect for the past. Understanding these traditions is like understanding the blueprint of society, or even harder, the instructions for assembling furniture from a certain Swedish company. Remember, folks, this journey is as diverse as the buffet at a Vegas casino. For every transition is unique, every path distinct. Each culture brings its own set of challenges and triumphs. It's like the spice rack in a culinary adventure. The journey of transition is not just a single tale, but a library of countless stories. It's a journey that's as diverse as the socks in your laundry pile. Rites of passage are kind of like the world's biggest block party. They're about community, celebration, and strutting into a new phase of life with as much pride as a peacock at a beauty pageant. These ceremonies bring a powerful sense of unity, like a super glue for communities, sticking us together in a way few other events can. Rites of passage aren't just a personal journey, it's collective. It's about sharing the joy, the excitement, and the anticipation of a new chapter. Chapter overflowing with new responsibilities, new challenges, and new experiences. kind of like opening a new box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Rites of passage are like landmarks on the highway of life. They're about acknowledging that each phase of life has its unique value. And if we're really lucky, they don't all include paying taxes or waiting in line at the DMV. Like turning the pages of a book, each page holds its own story and lessons, some more welcome than others. It's a way of linking our past, present, and future, giving life a coherent narrative that even a Hollywood screenwriter would be proud of. Rites of passage are as varied as the crazy uncle at a family reunion. They could be as grand as a royal ball or as simple as a family dinner where everyone miraculously agrees on the pizza toppings. Regardless of their form, they all share one universal trait. They stir up emotions. Joy, anticipation, anxiety, excitement. It's like being on an emotional roller coaster without the safety bar. These rites aren't just about adding another candle to the birthday cake, but about lighting up the wisdom candle inside us. After all, age is a matter of mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. They're about learning and evolving, understanding our place in the world and in our community, kind of like a GPS for our lives. Moreover, they're about acknowledging the passage of time, not with fear, but with grace, acceptance, and just a hint of anti-aging cream. Above all, they remind us that growing up is not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years and adding a little humor to your day. The road to adulthood, folks, is like a roller coaster ride at the amusement park. Thrilling, scary, and definitely not for the faint-hearted. But hey, the hot dogs at the end of the ride are worth it. It's like a hike into the depths of the Amazon, a treacherous trail that first says you shall not pass the surveyor, but with a bit of perseverance and a good pair of sneakers, you find yourself saying, challenge accepted. This path that lies ahead is filled with more twists and turns than my grandma's spaghetti, where every bend offers new experiences and every hill climb gets you closer to the mountaintop of maturity, or at least to a point where you don't burn your tongue every time you sip a hot coffee. And let me tell you, it's not just about how many birthdays you've celebrated, but the number of life's lessons you've digested that truly matter. It's about dancing in the rain even when you can't find your rain boots, and appreciating the beauty in the mundane, like finding an unopened bag of chips under the couch cushions. Age is a funny thing, isn't it? They say respect, wisdom, and knowledge come with age, but I've met toddlers wiser than some adults. The real distinction lies in how you've those years. As Mark Twain once said, age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Growing older is like reading a book where every chapter is written in invisible ink. You can only see what's written after you've lived it. It's not about fearing change. It's about embracing it. Each day is a gift, not a given, unless, of course, it's a Monday. In our next segment, we're going to explore the African rites of passage. These rites are like a tapestry of traditions that mark your transition from a Justin Bieber fan to a Rolling Stones enthusiast. They remind us that growing older isn't just about the number of candles on your cake, but also about becoming a better version of yourself. So stay tuned, folks, as we dive into the colorful, fascinating world of African rites of passage. Trust me, this journey will be like trying to find your car in a packed parking lot. It's confusing, it's going to take a while, but it's definitely going to be interesting.